Hello, welcome to Bad at Board Games. I'm Brad Lake, and I'm bad at board games, so you don't have to be. Today, we're going to be looking at a Kickstarter for An Age of Contrived. Looks kind of interesting. You've got a few, like 5-player boards, 5 miniatures that go with it, some magnetic buildings that you're going to build, and looks pretty cool. So let's jump right in, stick to the end, find out what the shipping is, find out what the value rating of this is. Is it worth your money? Are they trying to gouge you for what you're getting? Let's find out. All right. We've got 1,478 backers with 22 days to go. So they've already hit their pledge levels, and they've got $147,000 out of a $30,000 goal. Now, I'm sure that's not really what they needed to get this off the ground, but they've done a good marketing campaign, and I've been following this on Facebook for quite a while now, actually, and asked to review this and take a look at it. Too many of the big guys are already sucked it all up because it's pretty interesting, and but I'm still wanting to learn a little bit more about it. We have what appears to be tokens that are kind of like the Azul tokens, but they're plastic. So they're going to be a little bit cheaper. They're probably not as weighty, I don't think. You've got these magnetic buildings that you're going out, and that's the whole point of the game, is to be able to build these. And I'm not sure what the scoring system is and how that works, but you're programming. You can see here in the middle where you're taking I'm going to call them Azul tiles, because even though I know that they probably wouldn't like that. You're going to have this programming section, engine building tableau, and then you're going to place these tiles out onto the board, which are going to allow you to build piece by piece these buildings. And then everybody wins once the building is complete, or gets a bonus, but the person that finishes that building gets to attach their token to it or something like that, the way they explain it. You can have chaining actions. So I'm sure some of these things, like this will allow you to do more with this one, and this one will allow you to do more with this one, and so forth and so on. So that seems cool. I like games that chain. And then the engine building part, you can upgrade the cards and how they chain together, and depending on what kind of strategy you're going to want to do. And I find it interesting, like if you look at this, I'm sure this is the upgraded version, you pull a lever and then the tiles drop down to the bottom. I think that's kind of neat. Nice gimmick. And then this is where they're talking about the positive player interaction. Each section of the building monument is completed. All players gain benefits, while the completing player gets to bind their energy token for more points. And they're saying it's asymmetric power, so not root asymmetry. The game's not asymmetric, but every faction is going to have a little bit better thing that they do, which, typical in most games, I would say. So we have pledge levels. So you're going to still get the plastic tiles. They're not cheaping out on that. You're still going to get your 5 miniatures, and you're still going to get magnetic buildings in the game for $65, which seems like a pretty good deal until we get down to shipping. I hold off looking at shipping until we can all look at it together and get mad or be like, hey, that doesn't seem so bad. We get a wind module, Divine Winds module, whatever that is. And then we get an extra tree to build in the game for $65. Seems decent. And then when we get into the $100, we get game trays, and it kind of looks like you're getting that whole mechanism where you pull the lever and maybe they drop through, possibly. Mechanical steel boards. So yeah, that may be exactly what we're getting there. And then you get to personalize your sleeve, it looks like. You can upgrade your experience and make it unique to you with the most tactile components you've seen in a Euro game. This pledge level gets you a collector's edition of An Age of Contrived, which includes game trays, storage solution, a personalized box, and a mechanical device to replace the cardboard player boards in the core edition. So yeah, so you're programming boards are going to be more mechanical. That's kind of cool. I'm definitely sucked into that gimmick. Sorry, just being transparent right now. But you can see you get the core components, which the miniatures are all the same. The Azul plastic pieces, but lighter because they're plastic instead of the, I forget what the other epoxy component is that they use for that. And then magnetic, you get the Divine Wind module and the tree still as well, plus the items above. And then if we want to go to the Founders Edition, we are upgrading from there, and we are going to get an expansion. And what else are we getting? We get ink washed on your miniatures and metal Divine Wind tokens, and your player boards, you get to get you up and running faster. So I don't know why cardboard player boards are getting you up and running faster. It seems that one I'm not sure how you have to set up, and maybe that just allows you to put them in the game trays and the mechanism faster, possibly. Got a few people saying why back now. So it's interesting how they're doing it. So it is a 20-some day Kickstarter, which is good, but they're basically telling you this isn't coming to retail. This is not going to have, you're not going to be able to back this for $1 and buy it at the late back. Like you have to buy now if you want to get it at all. And they're going to make it more expensive when you late back as well, or any add-ons. So they're very much trying to incentivize you to get this now because we don't have any plans. We don't have a retail outlet that somebody wants to take this broad. So get it now. They're going to try to get it to, they say they're going to try to get it to you as fast as possible by shortening the late back, and like within 6 weeks after the Kickstarter closes, it'll all be locked down and move forward. So it's kind of I don't know if it's FOMO, but they're definitely like putting a time limit on you to like make a decision. Don't do it later. We have the different miniatures and the different factions that, you know, the people that you're going to play in the game, and they look nice. I like the artwork that they have with this. These are not models. These are computer renderings. So take that with a grain of salt. They may or may not have this much detail depending on the molds that they have. And then, you know, the player board's 33 by 21. It's kind of a big boy. Maybe not the biggest map, but definitely not the smallest map that you have. And then you have your player boards and unlocking their abilities. And this is the core edition. So you get all of this. You get your 5 player boards and your, I'm going to call them Azul tiles, all the cardboard bits, the transmuter tiles, which are going to be your engine and how you upgrade things, and cardboard stuff and more cardboard stuff. Yep, player aids. Hey, they're going to have player aids. Somebody listens to us. Every game should come with a player aid. And then you can see these tiles. Now they look like the Azul tiles, so they're saying they're plastic, but if they're the Azul tiles, that'll be great. I love the weight of those. So anytime somebody can use the manufacturing capabilities of, you know, another company's stuff, I'm all in. Do it. Then we have the collector's edition, and this gets the mechanical mechanism, which is cool. Getting sucked into that. And we've got more game trays, and then you got your personalized box. So that's the upgrade for this part. And then we have the Founders Edition, which gets you the inked, and they probably should make those look inked, I guess, if they're going to make it a little bit easier to show. Then you get these cardboard player boards. This seems like it's in the core. Yeah, it's in the core part, but that's not in the next one. But then they bring it back into the most expensive one. That's just weird. Then we get some metal enamel pins, you know, painted wind tokens. And then you get the expansion with this one. Then you can get the personalization. And we got some how to plays. I like this guy here. Can't think of his name right now. But he does some nice how to plays. Definitely recommend watching that. And then you guys like, I can't remember people's name today. Anyway, pick the review that you like. There's a lot of them. They've done a big, broad marketing campaign with this. So you should be able to find out what you want. You can go on a tabletop simulator and check it out. Different ways to look at it. Thinker Themer, got Board Game Co., Rado, always paid and always the hype man. Got Dice Tower even. So you guys can go out and check it out. See what you want. Somebody out there that you like is also looking at this. So let's get down to our shipping. What's the big reveal? All right. So US Continental. So they're saying for the core edition, the one box, you got $20 shipping. Which I hope. I still think that these things are more than that. Don't even get me started on the cards expansion that I got for Wonderland's War and how much they're charging me for cards. Still upset about that. And we've got the collector's edition at 25, so it's a little bit more weight with that mechanical. And then they're saying the founder's edition at 25. I think with the metal bits and some extra pieces, it's probably going to be more than 25. So kind of gonna see. That's not horrible. I still don't know how much I trust any of this anymore, but it may be undervalued to make you seem like the whole package is a little bit better. So let's look at what are we getting? How much does it cost? Is it worth your money? So for the first part, we've got $65 for the base game, and you're going to get all the cardboard shits. You're going to get the magnet buildings, which I think is great. You'll still get the miniatures, and you're still getting the chunky resource cubes for $65. So $65 plus $20 they're saying on the shipping brings it to $85. I think this is a really good deal. I think the gimmick that they've got and the engine building and the chaining of how that programming may work, it's got a little bit of everything, right? Which may mean it's not good at anything, but it seems really slick. So you're looking at $85. I really think for what they're trying to do and how it's perceived, definitely watch a playthrough of it. I think this is a pretty good deal. I think it feels like you're getting more than a lot of the other Kickstarters that are like, maybe $100, or they're charging you $75, but you get no miniatures. You're definitely not getting chunky resources. You're definitely not getting anything magnetized. So for $85, I would say once you look at the game play and how it plays, I think this is a 4.5 out of 5. I think the value of this is very good for what you're getting and where the market is and how we have started to pay more for board games. Now this one, I think is pretty slick as well. For $99, you're getting game trays, which you aren't getting game trays in the first one. And we always say like, well, I'd be willing to pay for game trays. Well, here's the opportunity, right? Are you going to pay, let's see, $35 more for game trays in this mechanical system, which is intriguing to me. I really want to check this thing out. So if it works, if it breaks like in the first 2 times you move it, then it'd be horrible. So $100 for this, and then $25 for shipping. So then you're at $125. So is that worth it? It feels like it. It feels like with what you're getting, and I feel like I'm getting more. Now, is it $35 more? It kind of feels that way. If it was just game trays for $35, no, I don't think it would be that good. But, they're going to let you personalize it, which is a nice little trick. But that mechanical mechanism thing, it seems kind of cool. I don't know what about you guys, but the engineer in me is getting suckered into that. So I think the gameplay is still the same though. So it does have to get knocked for that. Maybe significantly, but I still might go for this, even though it's not the greatest deal. Gameplay being the same, and you really just getting game trays and this mechanism, let's say it's a 3.5 to 4. I mean, like for a value, it's 3.5 because the gameplay hasn't changed in any way, shape, or form. But for the coolness factor, it's 4. How's that for being wishy-washy? So, but I don't feel like you're getting, taken advantage of. You're not getting something for that money. They've made it feel like you're getting something for that $35. And then for the Founders Edition, I paint my minis, so I don't need sun dropped. The little metal wind tokens don't do much for me, and I still don't understand why they're giving you these cardboard pieces that are in the base game, and they're not putting it in the middle package 100 one. I find that strange. And this one, I don't think it's worth it. You're getting this small expansion, for another $20. And so what you're getting, it's really not that much. It's probably a good price for $20 for the expansion, but there's not much in the expansion. Let's see what's in the actual expansion. We go down to the bottom. Where are you? And I won't find it now. Sometimes these are too long. So you get, look like 4 metal pieces, 3 coins, and some kind of a board for $16. And they're charging you $120. So you get that $16 plus the cardboard pieces and these metal pieces. It's all right. I don't know. Let's call it a 3. I'm not gonna beat on it too much, but I'm just definitely not gonna be like singing its praises. I think is it for $120, you're probably at a 3. It's not great, it's not terrible, but I think the other ones, I feel like I'm getting a little bit better deal. So, final answer. I think I'm gonna back this. I'm interested in, and I like this $100 level right here. And the $65 one I think is the best deal. So if you really were just interested in it, if you play the game or watch the playthroughs of it and you like it and you're just like trying to be budget conscious, I think this $65 one is a nice price. Because it doesn't sound like it's going to make it to retail, and then if it does come out and it's good, maybe it'll have another Kickstarter run and be able to get to retail, but it seems slick. Watch a playthrough. I'll keep harping on that. But this $100 one, I like this mechanism. I think this is pretty slick, and I kind of want to try it out. So anyway, what do you guys think? Are you guys interested in this? I'm not trying to create more FOMO, but I do find this one interesting. I have been following it for a long time. Hopefully, maybe after the Kickstarter's over, I'll get a review copy and get to check it out. But tell me what you think down in the comments. Is this something that is of your ilk? Are you interested in the gimmicks that they have in this? What do you think about them, being open and honest and telling you they're not going to retail? They're not going to allow you to back anything, after the fact. So if you want it right now, you got 22 days to pick it out. How does that make you feel? So I'd be curious to know. There's good and bad to that. And just remember, regardless, don't put in a credit card that you can't pay off. Lose money. I still think you'll see this in 12 to 16 months, regardless of what they tell us. A lot of the Kickstarters that I'm getting now, I ordered a year and a half ago. So just remember, you're giving them a loan if you do this. So sometimes buying it's more fun than playing it. Anyway, thank you for watching and coming along for the journey. And just remember, no matter how you play, whether it's solo, with family, or friends, enjoy whatever you are bringing to the table. Have a great night.